Hello and welcome to the Hockey Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. I am your host, Ryan Gilbert. Joining me, as always, is my co-host, Joel Meyer. How are we doing tonight, Joel?
Well, Ryan, I am already in the Christmas spirit, as today I started my Christmas break, so I got the next 3 weeks off, which is great, but I also received my first Christmas present. So at work, on one of my smoke breaks, this crook-looking guy comes up to me and he offers me this bicycle bag. I'm like, oh, no, thank you. He keeps offering, no, thank you. He's like, Merry Christmas, fine, I'll fucking take it. And I open it up, see what's inside. There's like random shit, like a Hot Wheel. There's a bar of soap. There's a flashlight. There's bunch of weird random shit, and then there's a note too, as you can see on the YouTube thing. It says Merry Christmas from where did we go? Yeah. Akira. And there's like this little symbol thing. I don't know, but that's the shit that goes on in my hood in Vancouver. But yeah, Merry Christmas to one and all, and especially to Akira, who gave me my first gift of the season.
Yeah, you got to like reverse image search those little symbols on there. Make sure you're not like part of a cult now or something. But yeah, it's that's the holiday season here as well. It's we're just above freezing, getting it's mostly rain, but a few snowflakes here and there. So good to see some snow here rather than just being freezing rain. So 20th right now, quite possibly our last show before Christmas. So Merry Christmas to everyone out there. Happy holidays and all that good stuff there. But we do still have an 11-game slate on Saturday, I believe, to get to there. So we'll get into that. Of course, at the top of the show, make sure you are subscribed to the Hockey Gambling Podcast on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, on Overcast, wherever you listen to your podcast there. Also on YouTube. And, of course, a YouTube comment contest. Comment with who you think will score a hat trick for a chance to win a $50 SGP and gift card. And get in the Discord, sg.pn/Discord. Seen some activity in there with props and picks and whatnot here and there. So good to see the community coming together in there. All right, speaking of good picks here, I'm on a pretty good puck buck run here for once. Still down quite a bit for the season, but a good showing for me on Thursday night here. I went 6-2, up 83.44. Joel 2-3, down 22.48 here. My first bet was the Devils puck line was a loss. They lost outright, barely even scored a goal. I think it was a 4-2 final to luckily cash the under 6.5. It was getting kind of stingy, kind of sticky there late. Kings Flyers under 5.5. Never really stood a chance there with both goalies not playing too well. Pittsburgh plus 120. Big comeback in that one in Nashville to get the win. Seattle, Chicago under 5.5, and Ottawa, Calgary under 5.5. I think both of those were 3-1, 3-2 finals to cash those. Vegas minus 162, big 3-1 win over Vancouver. And then Avs puck line. I thought this one was done when they were losing 2-1 after 2 periods. Come back to win 4-2 there for a nice cash there for me.
Right, for myself, I had the Devils puck line as well. They lose outright, as you said. I didn't see any of this game, so I don't know what happened there, but the Blue Jackets came to play clearly. Lightning puck line, this was fairly comfortable. They were winning by 2 goals for much of the game. Thankfully, I didn't get cucked there at the end with the Blues pushing a little bit. Never really threatened, though. And if anything, Lightning were closer to making it 4-1 with a few chances at the empty net. Kraken, I don't know, they lost to the Blackhawks. They got bet against, so this is a bad bet. Minus 142, closed like minus 125, or at least it was minus 125 at certain points in the day. So poor market entry there by myself. Senators, minus 135. Brady Tkachuk comes through after I think he broke some teeth, whatever. He got smashed. His face got mashed in, but doesn't matter. Tkachuk way, he scores in OT to get the sends the win over the Flames. And yeah, the Avalanche Sharks. I gave up on it too, 2-1 after 2 periods. Thankfully, the Avalanche scored a few goals, and I thought it was going to be good because it was a 4-2, like 5 minutes left. Sharks pulled the goalie with 3 minutes left, and the Avalanche just could not get the empty netter for the over, which would have made it a positive day. But as it is, the late game does me in. So, yeah, not the best day. But whatever, we march on.
Yeah, it's the way she goes sometimes there. And you guys should go to the SGPN app. Make sure you download that. Check out the SGPN's first annual college football playoff challenge. Pick sides and totals for every game with a chance to win a $1,000 grand prize. Free to enter. Just go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/CFP there. All right, Joel. Ready to get into this 11 game slate for Saturday, December 21st.
Yes, sir.
All right, kicking us off here at 1:30 p.m. We got the Los Angeles Kings minus 118 at the Nashville Predators minus 102, over 5.5 at minus 112, under 5.5 here at minus 108. Kings still in the midst of a long, I think I heard like it's a 7-game, 15-day or 17-day road trip like that, something like that for them, going from Philly now down to Nashville for the Saturday game. Nashville was playing better there for a bit, but I mean, still just 2 wins now in their past 10 games. Blew that lead to Pittsburgh there in an overtime loss last time out. So got to go with the Kings. Kings here minus 118. Really like that a lot here. 19-9-4 on the season. Nashville's pretty much the opposite of that. 9-7-3 on the road isn't as great as their home record, but I trust them here at minus 118. That's a pretty good price for the Kings. So they shut them out 3-0 in Nashville a month ago, so could see something similar here.
I will speak on the total first then. The Predators and the Kings both were involved in high-scoring games, 10 goals and 11 goals, respectively, the Kings, Preds. So, yeah, the under 5.5, like people think about, what they saw last. Maybe this total would be a little bit lower if they played more like they have the rest of the season, so we can't fall for recency bias. So we'll take the under 5.5 here with both teams playing well defensively, good goaltending, and generally aren't too offensively minded. So, yeah, I like the under 5.5 here at minus 108. And the other side, I agree with you with the Kings. Not much else to say. It's worrying, I guess, with the long Kings road trip, whatever. But at some point, the Predators have to give up. Like they keep losing. They find ways to lose. Like they were winning that game against the Peds for most of the game, and then somehow get involved in a shootout. And whoa. Wasn't that the SGP I recommended? The Penguins and the over, I'm pretty sure.
Penguins and the over? That may have been it, yeah. There you go.
Yeah, pretty sure that was it. Yeah, they got involved in that shootout and losing OT. Of course, that's just the way it goes for the Preds these days. So I think that's got to be demoralizing. At some point, they got to give up, and the Kings just keep rolling. So, yeah, Kings here I think are fairly cheap at minus 118, but stronger play would be the under, especially with the matinee game here. Those games tend to be a little sleepier than the later ones.
Yeah, I completely agree with you on the under. These are the two most profitable under teams so far this season at 19-14 and 19-13. So, yeah, love the under there as well. All right, going down to 4 o'clock now. Got the San Jose Sharks plus 330 at the Edmonton Oilers minus 425. Oilers on the puck line are minus 155. Sharks on the puck line plus 130. Under 6.5 minus 115. Over 6.5 minus 105. Joel, what do you got for this one with the note that Cal Pickard is confirmed to start tomorrow?
Yeah, I think this is the minus 425 is obviously too much to back. So you got to look at the puck line here. I mean, even minus 155 is obviously juicy, but that's the way you got to look with the way that the Sharks are. They're spicy. They come up big in certain spots, but they just can't maintain a consistent presence. I think they could start this game fine, maybe like a first period play, but the Oilers are going to win the game in the end. So minus 1.5 if you got to play this side. But I think the better play would be the under with the way the Oilers are playing. I mean, I know Pickard in net is okay, but you know what? I'm not backing an under in a Georgiev game. Like, how's that too? Like, he plays the Avalanche and he gives up 4, living up to the 4-game name, even outside of Denver. So yeah, I can't do the under. I can't bet this game. Like this game is going on middle of the day. Just watch the Penn State SMU game instead. Yeah, I got nothing for this one. I'm just hoping that Celebrini can pot a couple past Pickard, Captain Pickard.
Yeah, Celebrini is definitely coming up on Michkov there in the Calder race. I think it's around.
Coming up.
I mean, he's close to even money now. I heard
market is wrong. Celebrini should be favored.
I don't disagree at all, and that's as a major Flyers fan. I mean, Celebrini. I heard Friedman say today, like he's a guy to watch out for. Like he's appointment television. So only a matter of time before he's minus odds. He's only plus 105, plus 100 at some books. So if you're not in on him already, probably get in on him now, or wait for Michkov to have his next great game and then buy the dip on Celebrini. But yeah, for this game, I almost want to take the Sharks. I want to see maybe what they get up to. Like you said, maybe a first period play, maybe a first period team total. It's not even worth taking an Oilers team total. Over 3.5 is -210. So like the way to bet this would be, if you like the Oilers, take the puck line. If you like the Sharks, just wait and take them closer to puck drop. I'm assuming Oilers will get beat up or bet up. Let me see what the first period money line for the Sharks is +230. That's not bad. Sharks just score in the first period, -115, maybe something like that. But yeah, this is not a game I'm going to be betting heavily on, if at all. Probably not here. But yeah, for the total, yeah, you got to go with, I don't know. It's going to be Pickard versus Georgiev, so I'd probably go to the over with Edmonton capable of putting up 5 or 6 themselves. But once again, pretty much a pass game. Right under 4 o'clock again here. Got the Chicago Blackhawks +140 at the Calgary Flames -166. Under 5.5 is -112. Over 5.5 is -108. Blackhawks are kind of rolling now. They got 3 wins in a row against some decent teams, I guess. Islanders when the Blackhawks won a back-to-back, then Washington, then Seattle. Calgary, tough luck losers in the past 2 games in overtime. Put up a good fight against the Sens there, maybe not as much against the Bruins. I just can't get to the -166 number here on the Flames. They are 11-4-3 at home. Chicago's 5-11-2 on the road, so maybe there's something there to back Calgary, but just given how feisty Chicago's been recently, can't really back Calgary here. Would maybe take the under 5.5 at -112. You got Dustin Wolf at home. He's pretty good there at home, especially has a game off now with Ladar starting last time. And Soderblom has been pretty strong in net for the Blackhawks. So under 5.5 would be my only potential play here.
Right. That's another example of a new coach coming in and the goalie playing better with Soderblom and the other Swedish name, Sorensen, I think the coach's name is. Yeah, ever since he's come in, the Blackhawks have been playing better, and they've been far better defensively as well. So yeah, the under 5.5 would be the way to look in this one. Dustin Wolf playing well, as you said, and the Flames offense kind of drying up a little bit, but still playing decent defensively. And then to the side, I think Blackhawks more nothing here. I know you said it, -166 is just too expensive here against the Blackhawks team that have been feisty, as you said, once again. But the better play, I think, for me would be the under 5.5 with yet another afternoon game. We got a few of them, eh?
Yeah. All right, before we go down to the next game, make sure you check out Underdog. Underdog Pick'em has one of the biggest menus for all sports. You can win up to 1,000 times your entry with Underdog Streaks. Underdog's always making it easier to win with profit boosts and gimme pick'ems, football, basketball, MMA, NASCAR, NHL, and more. You can now use specials and boost on all flexed entries. So sign up with promo code HGP to claim your special pick and first-time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus cash. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code HGP. And we are brought to you by Rebet. Rebet is a new social sportsbook available in 45 states. Great for people in states where traditional sportsbook may be restricted. Download Rebet in the App Store and use the promo code SGPN for a 100% deposit match up to $100. That's Rebet, promo code SGPN. All right, going down here at 7 p.m. Got the Buffalo Sabres +150 at the Boston Bruins -180. Bruins puck line +136. Under 6 is -120. Over 6 is +100. Joel, back to you.
Well, this doesn't quite qualify for a Malinsky special with the Sabres playing tonight. And even if they weren't playing tonight, I can't back the Sabres at all. The way that they're playing, they were getting blown out again by the Leafs. There, it looks like they pulled a couple goals back, so they're making it a little bit more respectable of a scoreline. But yeah, we said in the last show, I think, where they got the order comes into town, into the locker room, tries to motivate them, and then they just fucking lose 6-1 against the lowly Habs. So yeah, the Sabres are just total pass from me. It's Bruins or nothing, and they need to win these games. Like they got the Sens threatening their spot there in the Atlantic. I'm not sure the standings right now, but they're really close to one another. And the Sens are playing better hockey, that's for sure, with the Bruins' old goalie as well, who is far outplaying Swayman so far. Yeah, the Bruins need to win these games. They're just hanging on there. They should have won against Edmonton. They just blew a late lead there and then lose in overtime. That's a tough one for my own reasons. So yeah, it's Bruins are nothing near. Even though they're just coming back from Edmonton, only one day in between these games. It's a tough spot for sure, but it's this fucking Sabres, and anything under minus 200, I think you can only look the Bruins' way. The Sabres are just a tire fire right now, and just getting embarrassed at home again against the Leafs here is not a good look, and again, just demoralizing. Like it happens every year with the Sabres. Like they start okay, and then they just fall apart. Same old story, but the Bruins they keep fighting on. So I think that's the way to look. And the under 6 here with the old best buddies. Oh, who's playing in that for the Sabres tonight? It's not, or no, I'm thinking of the. Never mind. Forget about that. Allmark used to play for the Sabres. So yeah, we got the Bruins here, better defensively. Sabres. I mean, they let in so many goals, but the Bruins have sucked offensively, so it's total is tough. Total's a pass, but give me the Bruins in regulation for a cheaper price, I guess.
Yeah, Buffalo's just, I mean, rotten. Like you look at their like Jack Eichel, Sam Reinhart, like all these guys leaving and winning cups elsewhere. Like Buffalo just can't get anything right. Looks like they started UPL tonight, pulled him after allowing 25 minutes in. So James Reimer pretty much splitting that game, which is not good for whoever gets to start here on Saturday in Boston. But yeah, Boston coming back from a 5-game road trip way out west, out in Edmonton, overtime loss. Only had one day off to get home. Maybe they just treat it as like a 4 p.m. game because they were out on the West Coast for so long, and they're okay with that. Minus 180 is the best price out there. It's going to be the best price out there because I imagine this gets bet up quite a bit, but I don't think I can bring myself to take Boston here at minus 180. Maybe a puck line at plus 136. I know Boston doesn't win too many games by margin, but Buffalo does lose games by margin pretty big there. So probably not going to play this one, but if I were to, it would be Boston on the puck line there. As for a total, maybe look to the over, but I would rather just bet like Bruins team total over 3.5 and hopefully get decent odds on that.
I can check the odds for you. I'm looking at the DraftKings page now. The Bruins, over 3.5 is minus 105.
That's not bad at all. That would be the way to look for me for a Boston bet. All right, down to 7 o'clock again here. Got the New York Islanders at plus 145 at the Toronto Maple Leafs minus 175. Over 5.5 is minus 120. Under 5.5 plus 100 here. Is going to be a back-to-back for the Leafs, who started Matt Murray tonight in net. Matt Murray making his return to the league here, so good to see that. Which I believe that means I don't know.
Good for him. Maybe not the rest of us.
Good for him. Yeah, sure. Good for him. Joseph Wall going to be in net likely tomorrow. He's been great. 918 save percentage, 230 goals against. So maybe look to the under 5.5 here, even though the Leafs now have scored 5 goals in 3 straight games. But yeah, back-to-back for them, going to be tough. Islanders really can't do much right now. Leafs puck line, I guess, would be the way I go on this one. I'm not going to bet it. Maybe a Leafs team total, very similar to what I said about Boston.
Islanders have had some time off. They're not playing great hockey, but they do have Matt Barzal back now. Maybe he provides more of a spark. Leafs are not playing well either. I mean, I think it's just a big price here for a team on a back-to-back, minus 175. And a Wall has been really good lately after suffering an injury and having a slow start. But, the Islanders here, I think you got to play them. They're going to force overtime at least, and then you'll be sitting there with that plus 145 ticket and looking okay. I think it'll be a close game. Islanders usually play the Leafs pretty hard. And, like the Leafs aren't playing great hockey now. I know they're killing the Sabres right now, but it's the fucking Sabres. The Canadians did a lot better job at killing the Sabres than the Leafs are doing right now. So, give me the Islanders here as a road dog here with the far greater rest advantage. And should be Sorokin in net. And like I said, Barzal back, finally get some creativity in the middle of the ice. So, I guess he's a winger. But anyway, give me the Isles. And the total, we got 2 good goalies. Tough on a back-to-back for the Leafs, but they are struggling offensively against most teams. And we know about the Islanders' struggles in the same regard. So under 5.5, Islanders plus 145. Like I say, 3-2 overtime win for the Isles.
Yeah, I just want to hop in here. Islanders have won 4 straight meetings. 2 of the past 3 going into overtime with 4-3 finals there. So
there you go.
There's definitely some trends there to back up your Islanders. All right, going down to 7 p.m. again here. We got the Minnesota Wild plus 140 at the Winnipeg Jets minus 166, over 5.5 minus 120, under 5.5 plus 100 here. Joel, back to you with the Wild on a back-to-back. I think Fleury started tonight, so it'll be Wallstead on Saturday.
Wallstead, yes, highly regarded prospect, played really well at the World Juniors a couple years ago. So yeah, he should be good. And then we got, of course, most likely Hellbuck. I think Kami played recently, so Hellbuck will surely play the next 20 games. You know, he doesn't leave the net very often. Yeah, of course. Terrible spot for the Wild, playing at home, then going up to Winnipeg, who are fairly well rested after coming back from California. Actually, they played that was Wednesday, so they had a couple of days off, so they're okay. But the line is just a little bit too high. I think the Wild play better hockey than the Jets overall. Unfortunately, you can't get a Gustafsson versus Hellbuck battle here. That would be good to see for the Vezina race, but we deal with it. Side, I'm not interested in. Maybe wait for a better number in the Wild, if anything. But right now, there's no value at plus 140. Total, though, again, a team in a back-to-back, don't really love playing their unders, but with the way the teams play, that's the only way you can look. Probably not going to bet this game, but if I had to bet it, I would look towards the under. And divisional rivals as well.
Yeah, Jets going to be the 3rd and 4 nights for the Jets. They did have a back-to-back in San Jose and Anaheim. Comrie did start the most recent game there. But yeah, coming back home now, Winnipeg is 11-3-1 at home. So playing a lot better there than they are on the road, 12-7. Wild just have not been good recently. They have 2 wins in their past 6 games heading into tonight. Those wins were against the Flyers and at Utah. They're tied against Utah right now at home. So going to have to fight that one out. Sabres now only down 5-4 too. So you'll see if the Leafs blow it there in Buffalo. Yeah, I'll take the Jets here minus 166. That's one of the best prices on the board. They're up to minus 176, minus 195. That's some other books here. Don't really trust Wallstead in net, and I think Hellbuck will bounce back a little bit. He allowed 3 to the Sharks in his last game, so I think the Wild, as long as they're able to shut down that Kaprizov line or limit them to 1 or 2 goals, should be good here with Winnipeg minus 166.
Should mention that the Wild are healthier now with Zuccarello back, Brodin back, Johansson back. I think he's missing some time, so they're pretty healthy now.
Yeah, it looks like they're just missing or Trennan, Lauko, Middleton, and Eriksson is the big guy for them now. Yeah, mostly healthy. All right, going down to 7 p.m. again. Got the Pittsburgh Penguins plus 190 at the New Jersey Devils minus 230. Devils on the puck line are plus 114. Under 6.5 minus 118. Over 6.5 at minus 102 here. I kind of like the Penguins here. I think plus 190 is a little bit of disrespect, especially if you can get up to $2 around there. 1 through the past 4, 3 straight games have gone to overtime. Been playing a decent amount of hockey recently, but so have the Devils. Plus with travel there, Devils coming off a tough loss in Columbus where they outshot them 42-19. But I just don't see a minus 230 number here. I think Devils are definitely better than the Penguins, but not this much better. I think the Penguins deserve some respect given how they're playing recently. So if anything here, I'd go Penguins plus 190. I guess that correlates to the over, much like their last game, but I don't know if I can take an over in a Devils game right now. So Penguins are nothing for me.
All right, totally agree with that. I'm a little stronger on the Penguins though than you are. I think this was one of my favorite bets on the board. Like the Penguins are playing really well lately. Like their offense is still clicking. They're playing a little better defensively. They're still not elite. They've let up fucking 5 goals to the Predators last game, but you know what? They scored 6. So the offense is compensating for their defense. Crosby's playing better. Everyone like the old guys are clicking offensively. Erik Karlsson's contributing. And yeah, the Devils, they're playing pretty well, but minus 230, I think, is just too big of a line here for a team that are playing almost as well as they are. Maybe not. That's a little bit too generous to the Pens, but yeah, plus 190 is just too big of a number. So that's the way I'm looking. So yeah, give me the Penguins, and of course, you said it correlated with the over. If Penguins win, it's likely a shootout, likelier than not. And the Devils, if they win, they're going to be able to inhibit the Penguins' offense. So yeah, Penguins, and I guess that means the over. I might play the over. We'll see, but right now I've only bet the Pens.
Just play that Joel Meyer same game parlay. Penguins in the over. And cashes every time.
Sid, Gino, Pedersen. Marcus Pedersen. There you
go. All right. Down to 7 p.m. again here. Got the Columbus Blue Jackets plus 124 at the Philadelphia Flyers minus 148. Under 6.5 is minus 122. Over 6.5 is plus 102 here. Columbus coming off a not very deserved win against the Devils. Just talked about it. They got outshot 42-20. Won that one 4-2. A few lucky goals in that one. I think I saw the highlights. That broke a 5-game losing streak for them, which started with their home game against the Flyers. Now they're back on the road, 4-11-2 on the road. Flyers back at home. Tough loss against LA there on a Thursday night, back-to-back. They were in it through 2 periods, and then the fatigue came out in the third. Once again, 3 straight losses for the Flyers, but not playing particularly poorly. I'm on my Flyers here at home, minus 148. Should hopefully get a better lineup after having things kind of shuffled around the past few games. And Columbus, Chinakov's out, Danforth, Fabro, both day-to-day. So I think very similar records here, but I think the Flyers are the better team on the ice on paper. So Flyers minus 148. They also did win 5-3 10 days ago in Columbus.
Take this game away from me. I have no idea what to make of this. I'll defer to your opinion there. If anything, I would take the Flyers. I guess they are a better team, but the Blue Jackets are kind of a mystery. They haven't been playing great lately, but they just beat the Devils fairly comfortably. Not a great road team though. Like what's the road record compared to their home road splits?
They're 4-11-2 away and 9-4-3 at home.
Yeah, so they're a much better home team. So yeah, I guess I gotta be nudged towards your Flyers there, but it's not a game I'm probably betting them. The over 6.5 is kind of appealing. I could see this being another shootout with the Flyers the way they're playing these days. And both goalies are not exactly inspiring much confidence these days either. So the over 6.5 maybe, Flyers maybe, but again, this is not a game I'm going to be paying much attention to.
Yeah, I agree with you there on the over. And worth noting, Columbus isn't the team we thought they were in the first 2 months here. Past 10 games, their expected goals for percentage is 39.31, which is 4 full points behind the Sharks at the second worst. So wow. They're taking a tailspin there. All right, we are brought to you by mybookie.ag. MyBookie has been running on SGPN for years. Check out their new and improved website, great on mobile, plus props for every game, and of course the live dealer casino, even new early cash out options. Head to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus a $10 casino chip. That's mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. And of course, SGPN's proud partner, Rhythm, is the #1 AI-powered sports betting platform that helps provide bettors of all levels the ability to build custom predicting betting models in seconds and get predictions for betting on money lines, spreads, totals, and props. Build your own model, copy one of the top-performing models from the leaderboard, or have Rhythm build you a model for you. Now you can track props in the Rhythm app. Claim your 7-day free trial today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That is sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM.
Once again, live, I'm sweating. The Detroit Red Wings game. They just got a power play, 4-3 Canadians, hoping this doesn't end the same way the last few have, with the Red Wings scoring late and tying it and winning in overtime. So, yeah, if you want a good bet, 4-1 for the Red Wings right now based on the history of this podcast.
Yeah. Speaking of those two teams, 7 p.m. here. Got the Detroit Red Wings minus 115 at the Montreal Canadiens minus 105. Home and home for these guys. So over 5.5 minus 135, under 5.5 plus 114 here. Joel, what do you think about this
one? I don't think I've bet the Red Wings more than once all season long. So this is the only way I'm looking is with the Canadiens. We have Montembeault in net, unfortunately, for the game, so it's going to be Cade Primeau, I presume, at home. And the Red Wings goalie was
Talbot tonight, and Lyons back, so it should be Lyons.
Okay, so goodbye, Billy Husso, I guess. I saw he won his first game in like a year and a half or something crazy like that. Put him back in the net. That's wild. Yeah, on the back-to-back, the same teams. You got to it depends on who wins this game, but we should be able to find that out before the end of this podcast. But yeah, I mean, I think the Habs are almost as good as Red Wings, maybe a little better, and get them at home at the Bell Center and Hockey Night in Canada game. That's the way I'm looking. Minus 105. I just gotta stick to the brand, keep betting against the Wings, the Dead Wings, and yeah, and the total. I mean, on a back-to-back, it's another high-scoring game here. 2 weak goalies in net. Lyon I don't think he's played since he got back, right? So he's
he played one against the Flyers on Wednesday,
and he let in a bunch of goals. Did he not 4-1 final? I'm pretty sure that game was. Anyway, he's still gonna be rusty. So give me the over 5.5. Well, it's more like an over 6. The 5.5 here is minus 135 for some reason. So I could see another high-scoring game here, but definitely betting the Habs here. Fuck the Dead Wings.
Yeah, I'm right there with you on the over here. Over 5.5 is too juicy. Over 6.5 is plus 105, which I guess is what I'll be taking here. Prior to tonight's matchup, 4 straight meetings went to overtime. 5-4, 5-4, 5-4, 3-2. So yeah, I mean, there's still a minute left for the Red Wings to tie it and get 5-4 overtime again for the 4th straight meeting, but yeah, it's very largely dependent on this game. It looks like the Canadians have massively outplayed them, at least based off the expected goals. Shot attempts are 58-35 at 5-on-5, and Alex Lyon's a better goalie than Kato Primo. So kind of tough here. Just going to take the over 6.5 and hope for another high-scoring game between these two teams. We did see the same home and home to end the season last year. Both per 5-4 wins past regulation for Detroit. So love the over here. All right, going down to all the way to 10 p.m. now. Got the Ottawa Senators plus 110 at the Vancouver Canucks minus 130. Over 5.5 is minus 115. Under 5.5 at minus 105. Joel, back to you.
Back to me. Yeah, give me the Canucks here. I was paying attention to the Red Wings game here. There's 2 seconds left. It shows me on the app that Detroit Red Wings keeper save, which often means a goal. So we'll hope that that 3 doesn't turn into a 4. Yeah, back to the Sens. Canucks. Senators are playing really good hockey. Their goaltending has been extremely Allmark over the past 7 games is like the best goalie in the league. We mentioned that earlier. So you got to look at the under here. The Canucks offense is one of the worst in the league right now. They're generating very few chances. They can't get shots on goal. Okay, good. They just called a timeout. 2 seconds left. Good job. The under here is the play. Senators playing great defensively. Travis Green coming back to his old club. 2 defensive coaches. We got a low total for good reason. 2 good goalies. The Canucks goaltending was definitely not one of their issues. The Canucks have a lot of issues, but their goalies have not been one of them. So the under 5.5 here is the way to look. Canucks not good at home for whatever reason this year. So the Senators, I think they can keep rolling. I mean, they get a little fortunate with these 1-goal wins kind of thing. So that's got to dry up a little bit. And the Canucks, they have 1 bad game and 1 good game. 1 bad game, 1 good game. So you never know what you're going to get from them. So the side here, I did play a little bit of sense, but the stronger play would be the under 5.5, although it has been bet down a little bit. But I still think there's some value at the current price.
Yeah, I agree with pretty much all that. Love the under 5.5 here at minus 105. Linus Allmark has been incredible in net, allowing 2 goals or fewer in 5 straight games. We've seen his Vezina odds come down to 25-1, 13-1 at some shops here. So it may not be too long before Gustafsson is usurped there by Allmark, just because I think the Wild are going to play it safe with him and make sure he's healthy for the playoffs. Let Fleury get his game, see more looks at Wallstead there. So if you can cash out Gus like I can't right now. It's locked out for me, but I was definitely considering it earlier today. But yeah, for this one, yeah, I look to Ottawa. They've won 5 straight. Great goaltending there, but Vancouver has won 5 straight meetings, including 4-3 in Ottawa back in November. The dog sends here, pesky sends plus 110 or nothing for me. And the under 5.5 at minus 105 will be a bet for myself.
It's managed to hold on, and the Panthers win in overtime against the goddamn St. Louis Blues. So things are looking up for your boy today.
Nice. All right, down to 10 p.m. again. Got the Seattle Kraken plus 170 at the Vegas Golden Knights minus 205. Vegas on the puck line is at plus 136. Under 6 is at minus 122. Over 6 plus 102 here. Let me close that out here. It's final game on the docket at 10 p.m. Vegas back-to-back wins in 6 of the past 7, 7 of the past 9 here. Also been playing a bunch of low-scoring hockey. Unders in 8 of their past 10. Seattle has been more of an under team and just can't score at all. Recently, 1 goal scored or fewer in 4 of their past 5 games, including Chicago. Like, Chicago doesn't have good goaltending. Ottawa, Tampa, Florida are teams you expect that against. So yeah, under 6 here. There's not many under 6s on the board, mostly under 5.5. So minus 122 isn't quite too juicy yet. So I will be taking that. But as for a side, I guess Vegas puck line, if anything, but they've been playing a lot of close games. So just going to go with under 6 for this one.
Can't argue with the total. Kraken struggled to score, hence they traded Will Borgen for Capo Caco under the hope that he can realize some of his potential, or at least some of his earlier form with the Rangers. Yeah, but it hasn't happened so far. They really struggled against the Blackhawks in the last game. I don't see them faring any better against a much better defense of the Golden Knights, and we probably get Aiden Hill tomorrow, and he's been one of the best goalies in the league over the past month. He's been playing up like he was to start the year last year lately. And ever since Mark Stone's come back, Golden Knights are like a complete team now. I don't know if we'll get Barbashev back for this one. I know he missed the last game against the Canucks. I imagine he misses this as well. He's an important winger for them, but even without it, I think that the Golden Knights can win this game with ease. So I'm going to go with the regulation at minus 125. And the under 6, I think, is appealing as well, even at juicy minus 122. Yeah, I just think the Kraken are they're dead in the water right now. They just can't get anything going offensively, and the goaltending has been up and down. So yeah, give me the Knights here. Our Knights march on. They've only lost 1 game, and that was against the best team in the league, the Edmonton Oilers, on the road since your hiatus, since you came back from London. So gonna keep riding these Knights.
Yeah, right. That is the 11-game slate on Saturday, December 21st. Felt like we got through that rather quickly. Any sort of futures we want to have your eye on? Any World Junior stuff you bet yet? Anything like that?
I haven't had time for World Juniors this year. So unfortunately, I'm looking forward to it. It's been always a fun time, especially now I got time off from the games in the middle of the days. A lot of time. Yeah, I think the Americans are the team to beat once again. And they're fucking loaded. Ryan Leonard's awesome. We got James Higgins coming up. Might be the first overall pick next year. Gavin McKenna, though, he's going to be easily the first overall pick in 2 years. Like, he's the 13th forward, I think, for the Canadian team. So that'll be fun to watch him. The guy's absolutely fucking killing. Like, he's breaking Bedard's record in whatever league. I don't remember the league they're playing in, but Gavin McKenna is the guy to watch for the future. Yeah, so it's gonna be fun. Cheering for Team Canada, but no bets yet. We'll see. I can bet against Canada in the World Juniors, not in the national team, not the men's team. I'm still waiting on a better price with Team Canada on that one, but for World Juniors, might have a little fade of Team Canada. We'll see, but yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I haven't done any research, unfortunately, but you know, we'll learn on the way, I guess. But yeah, future stuff. I haven't played anything since my smorgasbord about a week and a half ago, or just loaded up on who did we load up on? Quinn Hughes, I guess, for Norris. That's come down. He's almost tied with McCarr in the odds now. Yeah, so nothing really to update you. I mean, Travis Green, I guess, and Andre Tourigny. I haven't checked the Jack Adams market today, but those should be both dropping with both teams failing to lose ever again. Yeah, so I got nothing else to offer.
I was thinking about the Jack Adams earlier when I was thinking about the Gustafsson potentially cashing that out. Like, I feel like all it takes is Gustafsson to miss like a week, miss a few more games. He'll be out of the Vezina conversation. If Kaprizov goes cold for a week or two or misses like 5 games, he'll get out of the Hart conversation. And then Hines can kind of get all the credit. Like, I know his odds are way too short now. Like, it's not worth betting at this point, but I see why he's the favorite or one of the favorites. I don't know what the odds actually are.
Carberry is still minus money and for some reason, which makes me want to keep dumping money into the market. Yeah, Yeah, he's around 3-1 still. Yeah, they currently tied with another guy I'm heavy on, Andre Tourigny with the Utah Hockey Club. They're tied 1-1 in the third period intermission. Yeah, I guess if Gus misses time, he gets more respect, but 3-1 is just not appealing at this point. Like the Wild, I don't think are going to be able to sustain this level of play. I don't know if they win the division. All the fucking Stars, they're losing to the Rangers, who are terrible now. The Stars are having a bad go, so the Wild might just win the division by default because you know what happens to the Jets every year, and the Avalanche are still well back. So yeah, if the Wild win the division, he's absolutely live. It's just 3-1. It's just not a good bet at the moment. Better than Carberry though at -130 or -140, whatever it is.
Yeah, it makes sense that Carberry's getting credit for the cap because like everyone was like, all right, they can't keep this up. And now Ovi's out, and now they're keeping it up, if not being better. So, but they made the playoffs last year. They shouldn't have. They made it, but you know, it is what it is with the voters here. But you're taking Canada in Four Nations, even with that goaltending.
Out of pure patriotism, not as a plus bet. I said the bet is to make. The bet is to Team USA. Like they should be the favorites. They have the best team, I believe. Strength down the middle, not strength down the middle of the Canada half, but on the blue line, I think the Americans better. Goaltending, obviously, especially with Binnington not playing well and Aiden Hill not being selected. That's fucking bullshit. I think he's been the best Canadian goaltender, certainly in the past month and a half or so. Oh yeah, look at that. They're tied now in odds. So yeah, USA should be. I don't know. Spitball on +140. USA +190, Canada, something like that. Sweden got bet down quite a bit as well, I see. Finland's guaranteed a bronze medal here if they do have bronze medals in this fucking tournament.
No, Finland's coming in fourth. What do you mean?
They always get bronze. Like they're the only team that take bronze medal seriously. The last game, like they go all out, like because it means so much to them to win a medal. And most countries do not care.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah. Sweden will probably give like Canada a scare or something, and then Finland will come.
That's the bet for the World Juniors. You can find a 2-medal market, then they'll just bet Finland because they'll make the semifinals, and then they'll lose that one, and then they'll win the bronze medal game, or just bet them in the bronze medal game.
Yeah, I'll try to do some World Juniors digging. I mean, nothing like last year going deep into all the teams, but like just looking at the groups and whatnot. Because I remember last year that was where I was most profitable. Is like who's going to make it out of the group, like head-to-head matchups they have for two shitty countries. You just look at their matchups and we're able to bet off that. So maybe we'll have a podcast for that. Probably not, but we'll see what happens next week.
Certainly not. I already exhausted all my World Juniors knowledge, and I don't think I'll have time to generate anything else.
All right. I mean, yeah, that's completely fine. It's holiday season here. Got the holiday break coming up. Got all that good stuff. So we'll see. We'll podcast when we podcast in the next few weeks. So don't hold your breath for our shows there. But that's gonna do it here for the 11-game slate. No, got puck bets here. Puck bets. How could I forget? Let me present that tab up on the screen. I was doing mine as we went along, so I will start again. Got the Kings -118 for 30 puck bucks. I have that Bruins team total over 3.5 at -105 for 20 puck bucks. Taking the Jets -166 against the Wild for 30 puck bucks. Taking Pittsburgh +190, just 10 puck bucks there. Flyers -148 for 30 puck bucks. Detroit, Montreal over 6.5 +105 for 20 puck bucks. And then Seattle, Vegas under 6 at -122 for 25 puck bucks.
All right. Give me the Kings Predators under 5.5 -108, 20 puck bucks. Give me the Islanders +145, 15 puck bucks. Give me the Bruins regulation. It's not a great regulation price, but whatever. Bruins regulation -130, -125 rather, 20 puck bucks. Pittsburgh +190, 15 puck bucks. Give me the I don't know. Well, Golden Knights. I lost their regulation price. Give me a second. It's -125, 20 puck bucks. And the Senators Canucks under, was it 6? Under 5.5.
5.5, yeah.
-105. 20 puck bucks. That's it.
All right, that's our Puck Buck Bucks there around the 45-minute mark of the YouTube video. Make sure you are subscribed on YouTube as well as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Get in the Discord, sg.pn/Discord for some picks and discussion when there's no podcasts. And follow us on Twitter at HockeySGPN. All right, I am Ryan Gilbert. You can follow me on Twitter at rgilbertsop.
And I'm Joel Meyer. You can find me wishing Akira a Merry Christmas as well. Although I'm sorry, buddy, I'm probably not going to use that bar of soap you gave me.
See ya.